Well, howdy folks, I'm up here at Robbie's place because I might even just put that on the YouTube and put your number if you want, you know, and that way build up a little bit. I can't say what your number is on the YouTube because that would be advertising, but I can put it in the description, and now that they know that I'm going to do that, they can look at the description. See that? That's YouTube. So Robbie does side jobs, and if you need a job done, you can contact Robbie. What's like Bridgeport, Alvord, Decatur, Sunset, Bowie, Chico?
Yep.
Okay, so if you're like in that kind of area and you need some work done, you might be able to come up here, and depending on the job, he might be able to actually go there. So that's something to be aware of, and you're definitely not going to be paying overhead pricing, because every time you go to a shop, they have to cover their overhead. That's a big deal, isn't it, Robbie?
Yeah, it is, because I'm charged for overhead, and my labor rate's about half of what a shop would charge.
Exactly. So we'll keep you updated on what's going on here. He's loosening up the lug nuts, and we're going to find out how we have to get into replacing the shocks, which, as an employee of Advanced Auto Parts, I got for 40% off. Yeah. So this is actually going to be a pretty quick job, huh?
Yeah, it shouldn't take too long.
Just a couple bolts.
Yeah, basically you're going to take the wheels off, you got 4 bolts, and that's it. They're all accessible underneath the vehicle.
That's the one thing I've liked about this car, that most of everything about it is very easy to work on.
Yep.
There's the shock that's going to go in there, right there.
Like shuffle. It's going to be both sides. What I would tell you to do to save yourself time is, if you're using a socket and it's working on one, like say bolt, do both sides at the same time, and then when you go to the next bolt, do both sides at the same time. That way you're not switching sockets and all that, and it speeds the process up.
Speeds the process up.
Yeah.
And you have it up in the air.
Exactly. So.
So it's one on the bottom and one on the top?
That's it.
Really? One on the bottom, one on the top.
One on the bottom, one on top.
Little tap tap.
Little tap tap.
Now, did y'all see that? Just a big bolt there, bolt on the bottom. There's the shock. Big bolt there. There's the other shock. Now those are original shocks from 2012. It's now what, 2025?
Yep.
So you think it's about time that we change out the shocks?
What you can do, let's see if it comes back up. Look at there.
So it was still functional.
It's still functional. Yep.
But I started feeling some play when I was going over the speed bumps.
Yeah, probably not.
And when they said 40% off.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt to, you know, upgrade your suspension components.
And like I said, I did motor mounts, struts in the front, motor mounts in the front. I did, what else? Struts, motor mounts, and CV axles.
Good.
Right size?
Looks like it.
All right. Now these are Monroes. It's they're basic shock that we sell at Advanced Auto Parts, and most of the parts stores that's their primary, isn't it?
No, Gabriel.
Gabriel.
So on this one, how you see how it's offset like that?
Uh-huh.
The reason why this would need to be facing the outside in order to position shock in the right place so it doesn't hit anything. So say if you turn it that way, it'd be too close to this coil spring and most likely it would hit. So
it's really designed so you can't screw it up.
yeah, so basically you want to position this in a spot where it can align. So that's why they do it that way. So basically it can kind of go like this right here. But if you put it the other way, now it's too far. See?
It's going to start bumping on things.
It's going to bump on that. Alright, so it has to go one way. So first thing you do, you find your hole, which I come up here and I just stick this partially in. Now I come up here and I stick it, line it with the hole, and I push this through until you can feel it start screwing in. Sometimes you can wiggle a shock like this so you can align it, but as you can see my screw is tightening where my left hand is, and I can see it protruding now through the top.
Here we go.
But I'm going to leave them somewhat loose so I can move them into position on the bottom.
At the bottom, so the bottoms would go in properly.
Correct. The good news is these are 19s. So both the bottom and the top are 19 millimeters, so that made it easy for me.
You don't have to be changing out sockets.
Now the only difference with the bottom is that when you do the bottom, you have to press up on the shock a little bit in order to compress it slightly.
To line up the holes.
To line up the hole. And this is the little bolt that they come with. As you can see, it's designed to wedge up against the frame so it won't move.
Okay.
And there's supposed to be a washer on this other side. So we'll have to make sure we do that too. So basically I got to push this up like that, and I push this thing like that. Now we put a washer on.
Washer on.
And we put a lid on.
Okay.
And now all you gotta do is tighten it and we're done with this side. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Easy job.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
That's it.
So that doesn't even have a bolt on the other side, or a nut on the other side?
It has a nut that's welded to the bracket.
Welded to the bracket.
And so it just screws directly into the bracket.
I got you.
That's all there is to it. So now I just got to repeat the process on this side. But I think I'm going to get all this dirt out of the way so I'm not laying it.
Now, this is a strange question, but since these are actually still functional, should I save those?
I wouldn't.
No?
Because the chances of you ever actually putting this back on are very slim.
And how long I'm going to keep the car?
And I mean, you may put them on, they may last a week and blow out again. So
Right.
it just wouldn't be worth the set.
The space just to hold them.
No.
Press it up, line it up. That bolt actually sits into the frame of the, what is this?
This is the rear subframe.
The rear subframe. And it's just a washer and a nut.
That's it. All we gotta do now is tighten.
Tighten them up.
That's it, we're done.
That's all it takes. You gotta have the right guy with the right tools. Knock it out. So go back to the beginning. All those cities in that area, if you need to have just some stuff done and get it done quick at a good price, you know where to go. Robbie Valance, and the number will be in the description.
So I just want to add a little bit. I live out in Alvord, Texas. I help people in the surrounding areas such as Sunset, Chico, obviously Alvord, Decatur, Bowie, and anywhere else that may be close. Yeah, I offer good pricing. I've got about 27 years of automotive experience. I do this generally at my house. I can do some stuff mobile, prefer to do it at home where all my tools are. But if you ever need any help and you need a reasonable price, you buy the parts, I do the labor, save you a lot of money. Thank you.